What's up, gentlemen? Today we have an interesting question from one of our friends about sex transmutation. In fact, he's read the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and it's perhaps the most mystical and I think misunderstood chapter in that book. Again, Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, for those of you who want to go and read it. But it's called Sex Transmutation. And in the book, he alludes to the fact that there is an energy, we call it sex energy, within the human body that can be used to either produce riches, because the book is about building business and riches and power in the world, or through extending that sexual energy, the masculine energy, into the literal feminine, a woman. So there's this idea with regard to sex transmutation that if you don't have women, you're going to be a better success in the world. So you're not having sex with women, meaning you're going to have now all that sexual energy to go and achieve your goals, to fight in the world and to be a winner. Right? So a number of things our friend offers here. Number one, he says, I haven't had sex with a woman in 3 years. He's 25 years old, and he says, well, I'm not that good at attracting women, number one. And number two, he says, but I jerk off every day. I watch pornography and I jerk off every day. Now he's concerned that although he calls himself an entrepreneur and he's got a tremendous career, he seems to be a go-getter. He seems to be very much in the world doing his things. He's feeling guilty about jerking off every day, because is that somehow going to lessen the potency of my sexual drive, my sexual transmutation into challenging and winning in the world? So I'll begin like this. Prior to the physical expression of sex, be it the expression of a penis or a vagina, the way you show up in this world is an expression of our sex. I'm a man, my wife is a female, she's a woman. And the sexual act itself, the union of penis and vagina, the literal act of screwing. There is an energy, there is a spirit, there's a power, there's a consciousness that's associated with feminine and masculine. And they both have very distinct traits about them. And if we come to understand how to hone in, harbor, and use the power of these contrasting energies, we really become a mastermind. We really take full control of our life, and we really can become a success both in business, career, riches, like Napoleon Hill, and have a big, beautiful, healthy family and a wife who's very satisfied, or a girlfriend. Right now I'm just describing my life, right? Very satisfied with your discharge of sexual energy into her and into the home. Your physical sexual energy, meaning fucking and procreation. I have 4 children. It's the management of the energy more so than the management of your dick. And even if you have a wife or a girlfriend and you're having sex every day with her, or if you're jerking off, the physical act of ejaculating, of discharging the sexual energy in your physical body, I don't believe, and of course there's so many arguments with regard to this, and there's even science behind it. I'm just offering my experience. I have no proof, right? I didn't do research on this. All I can offer is what's happened to me. There is very little, especially if you're highly charged. And I think this is why one answer won't work for all people. I'm very highly charged. I've got a lot of sexual energy. Not meaning I've got to jerk off twice a day and fuck my wife every night. Meaning I've got a lot of vitality. Very vital in that way. So I can insert myself into the world. And I don't say all this so I sound like Elliot Hulse is fucking amazing, and I wish I was Elliot Hulse. I say this because I've structured my life in a particular way, and I've made use of certain innate qualities, but I've also built up certain things that I knew were weak and imbalanced in myself, so that I can win in the world, right? Think and grow rich. I think and grow rich. I do that. And have a happy, healthy, huge family and satisfy my wife. Like I did last night. She satisfied me. We satisfied each other. We say thank you after sex. So, how is it that you can do this? Well, with regard to women, and when I say women, of course, it's the embodiment of the feminine energy in a human body. So women are humans before they are women. Just like you're a human before you're a man. So this is no knock against women. This is just how the feminine energy shows up in a body with a vagina. And it's so funny how the penis and the vagina are embodiments of the way the energy acts. Masculine energy goes out like this. Masculine energy builds up and goes out, right? Right? So when you have an idea for a business, it's very masculine to think of the idea. You're charging yourself. It's fucking foreplay. You charge, you charge, you charge. You get so excited that you stand up and you go and get a loan from the bank. You go and build a website. You go and make some videos. That's very ejaculatory. It's very discharging. You're going out into the world. Men and women have this energy. But the penis, that's what it does. It's like a gun, firearms. Discharge your firearm. The vagina, the physical structure of the vagina. I've made videos about this. A lot of people get upset when I talk about penises and vaginas. Fuck you. How about that? The vagina absorbs, it yields, it takes in, it softens and opens up through an external environment that allows it to do so. That's why women need to be romanced more than men. They need the room to smell good. They need flowers, and they need a nice environment, and they need to be told nice things and laid back so they can take what would be tense. Right? This is even better. Take what's tense and open up. Oh, so nice when the vagina it's ready. It's opened up. It's opened up. It's opened up because of an external stimulus. Sometimes internal too, but this is, I'm describing like the black and white of it. The desire for both is in each sex, but the physical structure dictates what one will want more of. Most men want to ejaculate, right? Even if you're a homosexual man and you take it in your body, the desire to ejaculate is there because you have the tools for ejaculation. The feminine, and your whole attitude will be about that. That's why they say that he's on a prowl. A guy who's out looking for women. He's on the prowl because he's looking for somewhere to ejaculate. Women, on the other hand, don't go out and ejaculate. The vagina, it might go out with an aggression, meaning I'm actively seeking. But what are you actively seeking? The sucking in, the pulling in, the drawing in of energy. When you have sex with a woman and she's really desiring you, the vagina almost sucks the energy out of the penis. It's like, right? You ever notice this? So the woman's going out to look for something to absorb. That's what the vagina does. Here's how it works. Here's how you can have both. And it really requires a good partnership between yourself and your wife or your girlfriend. Or, I know your question was about jerking off. Jerking off, you won't have these problems. So keep jerking off. But you haven't been with a woman in 3 years. So I'm going to say, dude, you got to figure out sexual dynamics and go bring a woman into your life to balance you out. Not that it's necessary. Not that you have to. Right? But if you want to enjoy what it's all about, why not spread your seeds in the world with your entrepreneurial endeavors and spread your seeds in proliferation and sexual unity? Just my invitation. It's just what I did. That's all. No judgment. The man and the woman first have to respect each other. And the reason why I say that is that it's not so much a bowing down to the other person, but a recognizing of how the sexual energy in that other person is being manifest. And I'm going to start with how a man might need a woman to be so that things work. Because it goes both ways, but of course I talk mostly to men. You've got to give your love to your woman when the time is appropriate, meaning you walk through the door, she's wanting you, either sexually, which is, 15% of the time, 20% of the time, depending on who you are, but really to engage with her, to speak to her. Women want that. Women want you to talk to them. That's how that's their aggression. That's how they let out. That's how they discharge. They want you to just listen. They want you to listen. They want you to care about what they're wearing. They want you to desire them, smell her, hold her, let her know she's desirable. She wants her home to make her comfortable. She doesn't want to be in a stinky house. Like, dudes, we could have socks that stink on the floor and it's just like, oh, I'm going to sleep. Women don't want that because they're absorbers and she's absorbing your stinky fucking feet. Keep the house clean. Do you see? Go home and engage in the sucking action of the feminine when you're there, when you're with her. Give it all to her when you're with her. Here's what has to happen. That sexual energy, and this is where sexual transmutation comes in. That sexual energy that you're giving to a woman, and mind you, flipping the switch is not easy. We've got to find ways to be able to flip our switches when you walk into the home and when you walk out of the home. And the reason why I say the home is because in my genre, in my way, the home is the woman's. My home is all my woman's. I have one spot with my laptop and I have a hammock, and that's it. Whatever you want, babe. Whatever you want, baby. It's your home. I'll pay for it all too. I want you to have it. What the hell am I saying? You got to be able to flip the switch between being with your woman and taking the same amount of potency, the same drive, the same energy to give her and then give it into your work. That's sexual transmutation. It's taking the same drive to make happy your domestic situation and drive it into your work, into your career, into your entrepreneurial venture, and sever off. My wife knows when if she calls me and I'm working, sit back, working, right? Sometimes she gets that. Sometimes she gets it. And the reason being is I'm fucking the world now. When I say fucking, I'm literally giving my sexual energy to the world. I'm making videos right now. She knows when I'm making videos. Babe, don't call me. I'm with another, right? Giving myself. It looks different though, the posture. The posture when you're giving yourself out in the world isn't a dick energy. And this is why we have to separate ourselves from the physical sexual dynamics. It's really the energetic sexual dynamics. Because I'm being very masculine when I make these videos, because just look at my body. And you'll know this about a man. He's very masculine. Because he's on his toes. He's moving forward. He engages. When I make my videos, you know what I look like? So you guys don't see me from the side when I'm making my videos. This is what I look like when I'm making my videos. I'm like this. I'm engaged. What is that? Firearms. I'm firing. I'm giving my sexual energy to my thing. Right? To my craft, to my work, to my art. This is my art. Ah! When you're with a woman, check it out. This is what I look like when I go home, right? It's all sexual energy, but one's penis and one is of my mind and heart, passion. I take the energy, the sexual energy from down here, I draw it up, and I give it to the world. Now, you don't want to be so ungrounded that that's all you do and you never have sex with a woman for 3 years and you're 25 years old. Bad idea. You got to do the other one now. Check this out. This is what sexual energy looks like when I'm at home. Your body is your mind, folks. Right? It's here. It's more of a leaning forward with the hips. I go home and it's like, hey baby, I'm home. What does that look like besides the sweat stain? Right? I'm open, I'm available to you. I'm giving you myself. Right? Out in the world, at home, So anyway, I'm having a lot of fun with you guys today. I'm really charged up today. Mondays I usually am because I rested a lot during the weekend. Because when I go home, I rest in the vagina that my wife creates. The house smells good. I got my hammock. You see? So it's more of a management of your sexual energy than a penis and vagina thing. It's not to say you can't have a girlfriend, you can't have a wife and still be a success in the world. But you've got to know how to manage it. A woman who doesn't understand, because like I said, I'll try to go both ways. A woman that doesn't understand your energy, the sexual energy, the dynamics of the sexual energy, is going to nag you. Because you're going to go out into the world and you're going to be aggressive. And if you're mindful, and here's the thing, you've got to be mindful also. It takes both. And you come home, and she wants all of you, and then when you decide you're going to leave, right, a lot of women do this to their men. I've got to go work, babe. I got to go do things. I got to go into the world. She becomes very jealous. A jealous woman. Not jealous because you're fucking other women, but because you're working too hard. You're doing too much out there. Make sure, now here's the thing, make sure you're giving her enough, right? Don't fuck the world more than you're fucking your woman. But if you're giving everything you have to your woman, and you say, okay, babe, I'm going this way, and she goes jealous, needy, she wants to suck on you more, that's a problem. You need to educate her. And the same thing with the man. A woman needs to be loved. I know this sounds sexist, right? It's in the Bible, right? Men love your women, and women respect your men. But it is what it fucking is. It's sexual energy. Women respect the fact that your man is going to work. Now, of course, we live in a world where the sexual dynamics are all screwed up, and we're kind of flipping scripts right now, and women work outside the home, and men are staying home with babies, right? Whatever that is. No judgment, again. I wipe asses every day. I wiped an ass this morning. Babies, I've got lots of them. I wipe butts. But I'm just describing the black and white, once again, of the sexual energy. Men, you've got to love your woman. Give yourself to your woman. If you come home and you're still this way, you're still thinking about your career, you're still thinking about work, you're thinking, you're so angry about what your boss said to you, you're not available to your woman. No wonder why she's upset with you. No wonder why she wants more of you. You come home and yield. An erection, although it looks like it's aggressive, an erection comes about because you relax. Relax. Relax into your woman. Relax into your home. Give her yourself. Give her your love. Adore her. Show her your appreciation. Let her know how desirable she is. That's what the feminine wants, is to feel desirable, worth being inserted into, right? Of course, there are all types of sexist associations with the shit that I'm saying, but hey, I got a big mouth. A woman wants to feel fuckable. She wants to feel like she's worth being fucked. And it's up to you to give that to her. If your sex life is horrible with your woman, it's your fault. You're not making her feel fuckable enough. It's all about the way we make each other feel, right? And not a day goes by that my woman doesn't know that I believe she's the most beautiful woman in the world. I look deeply in her face and I kiss her. She knows, without a doubt, she is the most desirable woman in the world. And with that type of extension of sexual energy towards my woman in home, I have more than enough to flip it off and give it to you. Done.